Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Tim Thompson, and I live in the Richmond, Virginia area, the United States. I am really good at prophecy because I asked God back in 2010. I got on my knees and asked Him. I wanted to know how close we are to the second coming of Jesus Christ. And I learned some great, very important things. And He answered my prayer. And I kept doing research and I kept praying about it. Came across a guy named Lowell Taylor, who was a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and so was I. And so I had to verify it, though. You can't take information from somebody else, because the rumors in the world is crazy. You can get the wrong interpretation and you'll just be among the blind. And so I had to have the truth. And what He told me, I'm going to share with you. This is a different situation right now. I've been putting out a lot of videos over the past 30 days. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but I would say 16, 17 in about a month's time is not too bad. It takes a lot of work, but I want to share with you how everything is going to unfold leading up to the second coming of Jesus Christ. You know, a lot of people say that nobody knows the day, the hour. Well, I would agree with that, but I tell you what, if you know the events that I have in my head here, you know what's going to happen, and you can pick up the scriptures and learn what Revelation is talking about. So here it is. I'm going to get right involved in here. Here's how it's going to unfold. I'm not going to give you any scriptures. What you need to do is to watch my videos that I've already recorded here. I have a documentary that's over 2 hours long. It gives you details, step by step, how I knew that Trump was going to become president, how I knew that there would be a war, that Iran and Turkey would push to the north, south, and west, the scriptures involved, the details, how I know all these things that are going to happen because, well, some would not believe me. You know, I've had a guy, I explained what the 7 seals are, and he didn't agree with it, but he was confused. And I'm telling you, when you have the truth, right, it happens. The things you talk about happens. So a lot of people believe in something that hasn't happened yet. They're talking about, in the last days, these certain things will happen leading up to the second coming. But they have the last 7 years they're talking about. So there's a lot of misinformation, but here is how it's going to happen. This is 2025, okay? A prophecy that just happened was Iran and Turkey are going to push to the north, south, and west, start a war. They're going to push. It happened in 2024, and actually a few years leading up to that. But they pushed all the way up to Israel. And so there's a whole conflict going there. Now, Grecia, in the book of Daniel, Grecia, important, is the United States of America. And I'm not here to tell you, to prove it to you. A lot of people think Grecia is Greece. Grecia is Greece. They believe that. And like I said, you need to watch my videos because chapters 8, 11, and 7 in the book of Daniel are about our day. They're teaching you that it's already happened. And I've gone over that the fact that in Daniel chapter 8, 17, and I believe it's 19, talks about it's for our day. It's for the end of days. So, yes, it's very interesting. So what is going to happen here in 2025? Well, first of all, Trump is going to become president. I mean, I've known this for several years that Trump would become president. And it threw me off a little bit because the Bible, the book of Daniel, talks about Grecia, and then Grecia, it says that Trump would have problems in the United States. There would be two parties and they would be having trouble with one another. Now, I'm going to go over that in the future videos about how the United States and get involved exactly with all that happens. But yes, isn't it wonderful that the United States, that Donald Trump's in there, and it tells you that the war that we're getting ready to have in 2025, when Trump becomes president, just a few more days, it won't be long, it's January 20th. When you're seeing this, it may have already happened. But from my perspective right now, it has not happened, and that is a war. Another war, I know. The United States is going to go to war, and we're going to war with Iran and Turkey. And I'm telling you, this has not happened yet, but it will. There's a 100% chance it's going to happen. Oh goodness, what is going to happen exactly? Well, if you get into nitty-gritty, it talks about how Persia, Iran, is going to be giving problems to the United States. Well, that's been going on for years. Khomeini, the leaders there, giving the United States a hard time. But the United States is not innocent either in this whole battle. I know about all that. You know, the United States has been kind of taken over with them. So I think, you know, Trump's going to become president. He's not president yet. He's going to become president. And so I think the United States is going to have a good moment for a little while, but it's not going to last. Because the next thing that's going to happen is the United States, in the next, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, sometime within the next 4 years, probably sooner, Trump, when he's not president anymore, or maybe why he's president, the United States is going to be divided into 4 territories. The United States is going to have 4 leaders. So the day where we have one president for the United States, Trump is the last president for the United States. We're going to have 4 presidents. It's going to be divided into 4 territories. I cannot tell you how it's going to be divided, but who else is telling you this? Lowell Taylor. There's a few of us who know about these things. So, yes, we are in for it. I don't know exactly what the time period is. I can tell you 2025. It sure looks like a definite 2025 that we go to war with Iran. I can say that by looking at the events and what's going on and knowing what it says in the scriptures, what Daniel says. Okay, so we know we're going to war, the United States going to war with Iran and Turkey. We saw prophecies that in the past few years that have happened, and I'm not getting into that. This is about the future. So what is going to happen next? Well, as we go to war with Iran and Turkey, and it causes the Middle East to be divided. The Middle East is going to be divided into the North Kingdom and the South Kingdom. Of course, at any time you can divide it up, right? But as far as Daniel saw this, and what's going to happen between that time and the Lord's second coming is, probably 2023. They're going to be fighting wars among each other. North Kingdom and the South Kingdom. Wars between the two of them. All in the book of Daniel. And what's next? Well, I talked a lot about 7 seals. Each seal is 1,000 years. Each seal has certain things that happen. So, if each seal is 1,000 years, equaling 7,000 years, the book seal is 7 seals. The first seal happened during the time of Adam and Eve. Okay, a seal is 1,000 years, right? Then you add another 1,000 years, you end up with another 1,000-year period of time. Like I said, each seal, certain events take place. When Jesus Christ died on the cross and was resurrected, that started the fifth seal. That's how I know. That's just one of the reasons I know what is going to happen. So in the year 33, the fifth seal opened. You add another 1,000 years, and that takes you to the year 1033 AD. You add another 1,000 years, it takes you to the year 2033. Okay? So keep that in mind. And now I have a time that I know 2033 is when we enter the seventh seal. Okay? When the seventh seal opens up in 2033, what happens? Well, first of all, the rapture. The rapture happens, and actually it's called the first resurrection. The first resurrection is amazing. That's when God comes back. But when we enter the seventh seal, the first thing that happens is we enter the seventh seal. Common sense. But the first thing that happens is the first of 7 trumpets begin to sound. There are 7 trumpets. Now you look at the book of Revelation, read about what happens throughout each trumpet. Each trumpet, 7 trumpets, happens one after another. The first thing that happens after we enter the seventh seal, the first of 7 trumpets, and the first thing that happens is the rapture. Okay, you got that? Kind of repeating myself there, but I also have to get my brain going too. It's a lot to it, and I'm leaving out a lot of details. Right now you have to trust me, but you have to trust me enough to look at the videos and get the proof. Look at the scriptures. Look for my full documentary that's over 2 hours long, and I give you the details. I lay it out, what I'm telling you here, but I show you the scriptures. A lot of people are not going to be interested in watching it because it's a long video. But if you love God, you love prophecy, you care about those things, you will. You'll be among the few. You'll be the one out of 1 million people that will actually sit there and watch my video. It's important. So what happens in 2033, the first trumpet sounds, the rapture takes place, certain events take place, and then you have the second trumpet will take place. Then you have the third trumpet, and the fourth trumpet, and the fifth trumpet, and the sixth trumpet. And then the seventh trumpet is when Jesus, the end of the sixth, and the seventh is when Jesus comes back and stops Armageddon. Okay? Now, I just told you, I just laid it out. But that's just one particular timeline of events. And then you learn about the 8 kings that lead up to the second coming of Jesus Christ. You learn that in 1935, 1935, Persia changed their name to Iran. And that's where we learn in Revelation chapter 17, we learn about there are 8 kings that lead up to the second coming of Jesus Christ. The first king, 1935, in Persia. But Persia changed their name to Iran. Then you have the second king. Then you have the third king and the fourth king. Realize that each king is one king after another. Okay? Now, Kamini. We are on the fourth king right now. And that is how we can read Daniel 8 verse 4. We learn that's when Iran and Turkey are going to push to the north, south, and west. And I already mentioned that. That happened in 2024. So then we're growing, and then when the United States goes to war with Iran and Turkey under Trump, then there you go. After that war, we have the North Kingdom and the South Kingdom, which I mentioned. Then we have the fifth king. Okay, I'm giving you a bit of an order in line. I'm sorry if it seems a little confusing, but just watch the video over and over and watch my other videos. So we have the fifth king. Do you know what happens when we have the sixth king? Soon after, the mark of the beast system kicks in. And I'm believing that the mark of the beast system is going to kick in somewhere around the early 2030s, because that happens during the sixth seal. It's a big sixth seal event. Remember? The seventh seal opens up about 2033. April the 17th is when it actually opens up. And so it's kind of amazing how it all comes together. But the sixth seal is not a good seal. Let me get my thoughts here. The sixth the sixth king. The sixth king is the mark of the beast king. He brings it in with another leader. They bring in the mark of the beast. In Revelation chapter 13, it talks about in order to buy or sell, you have to have a mark on your right hand or your forehead to be able to buy and sell. You do not want to be a part of that, brothers and sisters. If you read Revelation 13, it's a warning there. God says, do not take the mark. If you take the mark, you will sell your soul to Satan. You will be tormented for all time and eternity. It's not God that's tormenting you. It's the individual's choice. Because Jesus Christ was born on the earth to die for our sins. It's called the plan of salvation. It's given us an opportunity because God lives in his world. Jesus lives in his world. And we have the opportunity. They don't want turmoil. They don't want the pain. They don't want evil. They don't want us doing our own thing, because doing our own thing, he is teaching us love. What he's telling us to do is draw away from sin. Don't be greedy. Don't be hateful. Keep the commandments. That's why we're here, to learn these things. So yes, that is what the plan of salvation is, an opportunity. You know, he has created a world. He's going to create a world for us. Jesus Christ has created the world, and it'll be a new heaven and a new earth. Those who keep the commandments and obey and do the will of God and learn, it's about commandments. It's about don't kill, don't hate, don't have greed. You have the perfect world of happiness. We overcome our sins and our weaknesses. God is not going to allow, Jesus is not going to allow the sin, the sin, the destruction, the pain that we have in this world right now. It's going to be gone. But we have a choice. Do we want to be a part of it, or do we want to be tormented? Because Jesus has given us an opportunity. The devil is saying, don't pay attention. Don't pay attention to it. So we have a choice. So whatever happens to our soul, this is opportunity to get it right. Time is running out. So it really is. So that is how it's all going to unfold. And I will repeat to myself in these videos. Watch my videos so you can get a better understanding. One thing I have not mentioned yet I want to mention is the sixth seal event. The earthquake will begin somewhere around 2028 to up to 2033. Going to be a major earthquake. The meteorites are going to fall and hit the earth. And the earth, every mountain will shake. And that is Revelation chapter 6 towards it's verses 12 through 17. And I cover that as well. So watch my videos. I hope that I didn't blow this up. I shared with you without scriptures. I have all the scriptures that prove it. I know what I'm talking about. And that's not me being prideful. That's me giving you a video, confident. I know what the 7 seals are. I know what the 8 kings are. And I know what the 7 trumpets are. And I know the midpoint, 33, start at the year 33 to start at the 5th seal. I have it together. The prophecies that I've mentioned since 2010, many of them have come about. They are happening. And I'm telling you, it's exciting to know this information, because most people will turn it down, because most people have learned from other people. They're taking other people's word for it. I take the Lord's word for it. I pray about it. I asked Him. So take some time to watch my videos, learn about my past, learn about who I am. I've been studying prophecy for over 50 years of my life. It really just started taking it really serious when I learned about prophecy in 2010, and I knew I had learned the right interpretation, because I see it here, there, right, left, up and down, all these things happening. While the others are saying, Tim, you're not on the right path, you're evil, you don't know what's going to happen. Oh boy, I love the Lord with all my heart. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Check out the video that talks about 17 points that tell you what church is on the face of the earth, that Christ's church is on the face of the earth. 17 points that prove it. It's the same church as it was 2,000 years ago. I'm telling you, there are things going on that the world rejects. Jesus was rejected 2,000 years ago, and He is the man. I love Jesus Christ. I'm so grateful for Him. All I have to do in my life, and you have to do in your life, is to watch my videos, accept Jesus Christ, humble yourself, pray every day. I mean, we got to live it. He's coming in just a few years. It won't be long. God bless you, brothers and sisters. I love you. I share this because I have the truth, and I want you to have the truth. The truth is in the fact that these prophecies are happening right now, and they're going to happen over the next several years. And the proof is in the fact that they're happening. I don't know what else to say. So I love you. You take care, and God bless you.